Hello again, and welcome back to session number 13 in the pain biology and neuroscience education component for Achieve Orthopedic Rehab. And this is a very important topic to understand. We're going to talk about the immune system and how much of a significant player it is in people with pain and sensitivity. Were you aware that your body systems have a police force? It's a metaphor, but it's a good one. Immune molecules are the police force. Their job is to protect against dangers in our body, infections, viruses, foreign invaders, etc. When you have a cold or the flu, the police force, the immune molecules, are mobilized to deal with the threat. And scientists now realize this police force is alerted when people experience pain. We now know the immune system can make the nervous system more sensitive. Remember, the human body has over 400 individual nerves totaling 45 miles, all interconnected like highways or tree trunks and branches. Remember that each nerve has a little electricity running through it at all times. This is normal and it tells us we're alive. And it's the nerves that work like an alarm system that turn on when we are threatened. So, for example, when your back hurts, the alarm activates. It warns you of potential danger so you can take care of it. This is normal and is designed to protect you. Once the threat is gone, such as tissues healing, I'm getting good care, I'm taking my medicine, I'm doing my exercises, I'm confident, then the alarm will calm down and return to a normal resting level. So as things change, your immune system becomes less engaged and your nervous system calms down. That makes sense. If the alarm system keeps going off for long periods, the neighbors will be awakened. For example, the low back neighbors are the left and right hip or the upper back. You may become more aware of these connected areas. It may even feel like the pain is spreading. But actually, the pain you feel to be spreading is due to increased sensitivity of the nervous system. It does not mean anything is wrong, but that nearby neighbors have woken up. They're a little irritable as part of the neighborhood is checking on the problem. That's normal. If the alarm goes off long enough, your body's police officers, the immune system, will move into the area to check it all out. Just like regular police, the police will make the situation even more stressful. So you might become more sensitive and painful. Increased pain doesn't mean increased injury. Remember, tissues heal in about 3 months, so increased pain is not likely from the tissues. But when the police arrive, they check out your address, maybe it's the neck, to see if there have been any other crimes in the area, other injuries. If the police find any old crime areas, an old injury, a scar, a surgery, in the neck or anywhere else in the body, they'll check them out too. They may cause you to feel pain or sensitivity in an old injury, as well as the original neck pain. That's normal. It does not indicate a new injury or problem. The return of old pains and old injuries are likely due to your immune system, police officers, making these areas more sensitive. So when the police arrive, the immune molecules are activated. They talk to sophisticated nerve sensors at the injury and in the neighborhood. Immune sensors in the nerves. Remember when you had the flu? Where did you hurt? All over. Everything was sensitive. My neck, my back, my shoulders. It was hard to breathe maybe. My gut. Those are immune reactions. Your nerves got really sensitive to the amount of immune chemicals floating around in your body when you had the flu. Immune molecules set off immune sensors, and if enough are tripped, then the alarm goes off in my nerves. Increased police activity, increased immune activity, coupled with sensors going off in many places in the body, is a big reason why you're experiencing pain all over, or at least in more than one place. People with persistent pain often have increased activity in their immune system. Did you know your gut contains 80% of your immune system? And 20 to 25% of Americans have gut issues? How about you? Any gut issues? You know. So people with persistent pain often struggle with common activities known to be important to the immune system. Sleep, relaxation, concentration, memory, many more. And all of these can make me even more sensitive. Tender points all over the body have been linked to increased immune molecules in the system. So what if you're relaxing at home and a massive lion jumped in the room? Remember that? All stress responses will activate to protect me. Run, I'll scream, I may wake up, be more alert. But all of these stress responses are activated by stress chemicals in my brain, and those turn on the immune system. That's normal. It's there because it's trying to protect me. So people with persistent pain probably have a lion in their life, a stress or a number of stresses. All of life's issues, the pain, the anxiety, the fear, the money, my work, add up to a huge threat, similar to the lion, of course. And when this happens, stress chemicals are produced to protect from the threat. And the science tells us increased stress affects the immune system. More police. Talks to my nerves, making me more sensitive. So when the police have to deal with threats, some areas become underserved. You know that. You may develop flus and colds easier or take longer to get better. My immune system is challenged. Some areas get too many police officers, too many immune pieces to the puzzle, leading to increased swelling, increased pain and sensitivity. That's not fun, although we can easily explain it and understand it and deal with it. Is that a left or a right hand? Again, how about this one, right or left? Hopefully you've wondered about how that works. We've talked about it, perhaps already. We now know from the science that our brain has maps, cortical maps of our body in all aspects of who we are that it uses to help us deal with our life. And if you notice, the map has all the parts of the body on it. Some areas are larger than others because they get used more and move more. That's all. They're better represented. And when you regularly move and use it, the maps stay crisp and focused, and it's fairly easy to tell right from left. But when I have pain and I'm afraid to move because it hurts, now the body maps get a little fuzzy. They get out of focus or smudged. This is an immune reaction in the brain and spinal cord. Our immune system changes that fuzziness. Body maps that become fuzzy due to pain, surgery, or injury are difficult to use. People say it doesn't feel like normal anymore. And we've said before, keep it moving, use it or lose it is true. If not, your immune system is going to get more involved. Movement is the medicine for the immune system as well. Overactivity of the immune system is also a major contributor to blurring and smudging those body maps then. Issues like stress, fear, failed treatments, increased stress chemicals, which activate the immune system, immune molecules, and increases the blurring of the body maps and makes my nerves more sensitive. When the brain is not clear about the body, it will produce pain to protect it. It will ring alarm bells to make me extra sensitive. Remember that nerves fire both ways. They go up to the brain and down to the injured site. And if it's an ankle sprain, as an example, the ankle sends danger messages to the brain to take action, and the nerves also fire down to that ankle from the spinal cord and the brain and release chemicals to make me more swollen, hot, and sensitive. They create an immune reaction. So the nervous system contributes to the injury by increasing the inflammation and increasing the activity of the immune system. Sometimes this causes the tissues at the ankle to remain hot and swollen and sensitive for long periods, even after the tissues have healed. And as I mentioned before, with increased swelling and pain and sensitivity, guess who will show up? The immune system. Swelling lasts longer, tissues get more sensitive, and pain increases and begins to spread. So what can you do to keep your immune system healthy? Lots of things you can do. We already said stress and anxiety and fear increase stress chemicals. This increased activity in your immune molecules makes you more sensitive for protection. So stress management strategies would be one consideration. Understanding pain mechanisms at this level, which you're already starting to do, is a good step in that direction to de-stress your life. Make the lion stress into a lion cub. Recognize the stressful lion can become a lion cub maybe. All those stress responses of the lion won't have to be activated if it's really less of a stressor, more of a lion cub. With little or no stress chemicals, then the immune system is not as activated, and I'm less painful. I have less of a pain experience. The good news is that you've already started on this journey. You started to change the lion into a lion cub. We've looked at this before, this brain scan. If you look at the top row of a woman resting in the MRI, her brain, the CEO, is calm, no activity. In row 2, we see lots of red blobs as the patient performs a painful back movement and experiences pain. You can see the brain, the CEO, is really busy getting reports from the back division and probably other divisions as well. So it lights up a pain experience. And then in the last row, after a little pain education, the patient does the same movement and the CEO doesn't respond as significantly. There aren't as many red blobs. There's less pain. So we know that by understanding more about pain and how it works, you actually experience less pain and your brain is less threatened. There are lots of other strategies to assist your immune system. Regular exercise and movement. The literature says meditation and deep breathing activities also calm down an immune system. Positive thinking, the right kind of diet in your gut, changing your sleep habits, performing other activities that help you relax, things that you like to do, hobbies and habits that make you feel good. The literature says faith and prayer, for some individuals is a useful immune buffering behavior, as is laughter and humor and social interaction with friends and family. Not only will these make you healthier, but they will also ease your pain. These are called immune buffering behaviors. So let's do a little homework. Write down questions that you might have to help you better understand how the immune system works with the nervous system. Think about nerve sensors. When you have the flu, where do you hurt? When you have the flu, immune chemicals float through your body and set off nerve sensors that make me more sensitive, achy and sore. The end result is soreness all over the body. So use this image to explain this concept to friends and family, or write it down. Try to explain nosy neighbors to your friends. Use the police force, how the neighbors get excited when the alarm goes off, and how the police force, the immune system, comes to investigate. Perhaps consider the lions in your life. The lion in the story represents the collection of issues you deal with on a daily basis since experiencing pain. Take some time and reflect. Write down all the issues you have been facing since you developed pain. And lastly, think about sleep and sleep hygiene and talk about those things with your therapist.